Good evening, world. It's 5 o'clock. I just got back from my shit tech Whole 40. I was supposed to be off today, but because today was really busy, the boss called me and I had to go to work today, and I was fucking busy, man. Holy shit. I finished at 4:30, man. It was crazy busy today, yeah, man. But I'm off tomorrow. Yeah, I work Sunday with Anthony. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed my show I made, my 2 videos I made yesterday. Talked about Skiv, source Xanus, how my company will blow out of the water. Yeah, man. Me and VJ's company will blow out of the water. That's why all the Hollywood actors are going to be setting in the reels. It's crazy, man. When I'm kidding, man, it's crazy. Why the Hollywood actors want to work with me so bad? Because it's cool. It's a fucking dream to experience the success, glory, and fame with God, man. In an Ivan movie, like you're experiencing that glory, success, and fame with him. And at the same time, they want to be saved. They don't want to be left behind. And they know when they work for me, I get them out of the Hollywood system. They also want out of the Hollywood system, the Hollywood actors. People like do it for money, but like they want out of the Hollywood. I'd rather work for Ivan and be out of the Hollywood system and make my millions and be in the Hollywood system. But the real reason is because they want to be saved and they know my company's better in Hollywood. Because when I'm king, it's the end of the world, man. Everything, all the business, especially in the entertainment industry in Bollywood and Hollywood and the C-list industry, for the entertainment industry, everything's a side attention. That's why all the actors around the world who have a career in acting or entertainment, they all feel like shit. Because their stuff is all side attention. Me and VJ are the main event. Our Skysource company is the main event. It's a monopoly. Yeah. That's why all the Hollywood company, the ticket prices are gonna go up when I'm king, man. Once I start Skies Entertainment, the Hollywood companies, the theater chains are gonna be forced to raise the ticket prices because they know their movies are side attention. Yeah, the whole world's mainly buzzing about Ivan's movie, his game, his documentary. The whole world's tuning in to my Source News Film Studio website. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why all the Hollywood actors are desperately begging these stars for work, because they know they're the lucky ones and they're all left behind Hollywood. Yeah, we're making a lot of money and we're famous movie stars, but our careers are the side tension. Ivan's career with VJ is the main event, yeah. That's good milk. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why every actor chosen for my movie will beg. All the Hollywood actors. Who are chosen for movies are all going to beg their asses off for me if you just resign them. It's crazy. But some of them might shed a tear. And they're crying like, oh, Ivan VJ, please, man. Yeah, like John Boyega, Yvonne J. Or Timothy Chalamet if he's chosen. Russell Crowe if he's chosen. Vigo or Don Cheadle, yeah. Jimon Sue, Ariana Grande, Danielle Manette, Annie Serkis. Some of them might even shed a tear. Oh, Ivan VJ, please resign us, please. I don't want to be left behind. I want to be saved. I don't want to go back home and be left behind, Ivan. I want to be saved. Yeah, they know, even though they're gonna be in Hollywood, they know their careers are side tension. They're gonna feel like shit. They don't want to go. They don't want to be left behind the rest of the world. Right? They want to be saved. They were used to being saved for like, I don't know, 5 years of their life. They know once the journey's over and they go back to Hollywood, they're gonna now feel left out and abandoned by God, and their careers are side tension. So they're promoting their movie on their social media. You have Comic-Con, but like you have fans there, but those fans are mainly buzzing about the Great Escape, and they feel like total shit. Feels like my career is worthless, man. Yeah, it's not worthless. Their career is not worthless. They have fans. They have maybe 50 million, 20 million, 30 million fans tuning into their movies, but those fans who are tuning into their movies are mainly excited about Xanus. They're tuning into my Sky Source website, the Sky Source they even use for the Great Escape, the interviews with Keanu Reeves and all of them, or Tom Cruise and Scarlett Johansson and Ben Affleck or Robert Downey Jr. They're tuning into that. That's the main event. Their stuff is all side attention. The fans will still be tuning into their news and everything in Hollywood, but the main event is Sky Source, man. Whereas their movies are side attention. They feel like shit. It feels like as if no one cares about your movies. People care about the movies, but like if you have that feeling as if no one gives a shit about your career anymore. No one cares about you anymore, man. They only care about Ivan Vijay because Ivan Vijay are God of the main event. Don't hate us, I'm saying, yeah. That's why they're all going to beg, man. And all the actors are going to desperately beg these Xanus actors for work. It's crazy, man. Yeah. When the Hollywood actors beg the Xanus stars, they're not joking around. They're being very like, no, like, they're like Oscar Isaac, Adam Driver, and Daisy really are really going to tell John Meggie, like, John, I know you think I'm playing games. I'm not playing the games. I'm being serious here, man. Like, I need your help, man. Can you please give Ivan Vijay a good word for us, man? Please, man. It's not fair, John. It's not fair, man. Yeah, I'll tell that. Don't worry about it, guys. I will. John Meggie tells us that. He's a bit annoyed, you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving you word. If I ask you for word, you would give word. I'm not giving you word. He doesn't give word, John Meggie. Yeah, he's selfish. It's actually funny. All the Xanus stars like, holy shit, this is crazy, man. All the Hollywood actors and agents are never with us, man. This is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because all the Hollywood actors want out of the Hollywood system. They got to work for me, man. You know, my company's brand Hollywood. I can pay more, better perks, everything. Yeah. They know I can easily pay the actors more than what they make in Hollywood. Bigger A-listers on average make like 10, 12, 15, 20 million in Hollywood on average. And that's how much I'm paying like B-list actors for my Xanus movie for their contract. Like Yvonne Jose signed a $12 million deal. You know what I'm saying? Carl Urban's worth $20 million. Carl Urban probably makes like his $3-4 million for the boys. Maybe $5 million, $3-4-5 million for the boys. And he signed like a $5 million deal, $21 million deal in Canadian money, but $25 million deal in his New Zealand money. Like that's how much Will Smith makes in Hollywood, man. That's when I call him blows out of the water. And Will Smith is much bigger than Carl Urban. And he makes like his 25 million on. That's when I call him blows out of the water. You know I can pay more because I can pay royalties and merch money and game. I can easily pay them more. And the speaking fee deal is huge. I guarantee we'll go world touring for all my movies. And the world tour deal for the speaking fee earning deal, the speaking fee deal for my company is a mega deal. It's like a $600,000+ deal. 600, 700, 800, a million, 2 million, 3 in speaking, man. In Hollywood, the actors make like 75,000, maybe 100, 150K in speaking. Maybe around there. 200K in speaking. Probably 175K in speaking. For my company, it's like 600, like 800 grand, a million, 3, 4 in speaking. It's a big deal. That's why the agents want a bigger chunk of that. Yeah, if the actors go speaking because they know it's a huge deal, a world tour, we want our cut of that too. Yeah, you get your 10%, guys. But €2,000 you don't touch. Some Sarah? All agents are greedy. They want a piece of everything. Yeah, Ivan. Everything the actor makes, I want a piece of it all. But the €2,000, you're not getting a piece of that, guys. Okay, Ivan, that's fair. You know, seriously, guys, you're not touching the actor's $2,000 gift card. But everything else, you get your 10%. Or 50%, however, whatever the rate is. The standard rate in Hollywood is 10%, I believe, right? I think it's 10%. Or 50% maybe. If the agents take 50%, the actors are making a bit less, right? But Yeah, it says here, agents are paid a percentage of the gross earnings their clients receive from the acting or other entertainment industry work. The commission is usually between 10 to 20%. So some agents might take... I believe the standard rate is 10% in Hollywood. It's 10%. But some agents take 20% of the actor's earnings. So some of the agents will make even more. I think Peter's agent probably takes 20% of Peter's earnings. Because Peter's really big, right? But so some of the Hollywood actors will be taking... Their agent will be taking 20%. So if they're making it a little bit less, they're still making more than they're making in Hollywood, right? Yeah. But I know the standard rate is 10%. In Hollywood, the standard rate is 10%. So I remember watching a lot of stuff online. I heard like I heard Kim Kardashian talking about like her mother, who's her manager, she takes 10% of her money, and other actors saying 10%. So the standard rate, I think, in Hollywood is on average 10%, but some agents might take 20% or 15%. It just depends on the agent, the agency, and the agent, obviously. Yeah. Sarah? Yeah. That's why Peter Jackson, if he's chosen for Zane, he's gonna want a bigger chunk of the world tour. After me already signed him, I don't know, his 1.4 billion deal. He wants, yeah. Because no amount of money in this world is enough for anybody. Everyone in this world wants to make more money for themselves. Even the billionaires want to be richer. Like Jeff Bezos is worth $200 million. I guarantee you Jeff Bezos' goal is to become a trillionaire. He probably has goals. Okay, I'm worth $200 million now. I want to be worth I want to be a trillionaire in maybe 20 years. Everyone has goals. Everyone in this world wants to be richer. So hence why Peter, and because Peter's much bigger than Zane Stars, he feels like he deserves a bigger chunk of the pie for the world tour because he knows me and VJ are gonna make he knows the world, the speaking video is huge. Me and VJ are gonna make like our 10 million. He wants like his 2-3 million of that. He thinks he deserves more than the actors because he's bigger than them. That's why he might ask me, am I get more than the actors of the world tour? I'm like, no, Peter, man. Stop being greedy. You get an equal amount of the actors. I'm not paying more money, man. Stop being greedy. Some saying. Why not, Ivan? I'm like, Peter, man, I'm already paying way more than everyone else for the movie. Stop being greedy. Yeah, man. He's like, fine, whatever, man. I'm like, Peter, you're pissed off? He's like, yeah, man, I deserve more. I'm like, Peter, I'm already paying more than everyone else. You're not getting more for the world tour, man. You get an equal amount of the actors. Stop being greedy, man. You're going to make, I don't know, your $1 million in speaking. That's good enough. I deserve like $2-3 million this Ivan. My Peter, man, you're fucking greedy. That's why you might tell me. He's like, Ivan, for the world tour, are you taking a piece of the money? Like, the fans are paying to see it. Like, yeah, Peter, I'm taking a piece of the money. How much are you taking? 50%. He's like, Ivan, like, we should be taking like 90% of the money. I'm like, Peter, if we take 9% of the money, the owners, the organizers who rented the venue will make the money themselves. Ivan, man, the fans pay to see us. Why are you giving them 50% of the money? They're ripping you off, Ivan. Like, this is our money, not theirs. The fans are paying to see us. I'm like, Peter, they rented the venue. They have to make some money for themselves, too. Okay, Ivan, we should be taking at least like 70% of the money, Ivan. Even 70%, I'm being a bit harsh. The owners are not making that much money. Ivan, it doesn't cost much to rent a venue for a couple hours. It costs us maybe 15 grand. They make maybe 250K. That's good enough, Ivan. Like, we deserve most of the money. I'm like, Peter, I'm not taking 90% of the money, man, you fucking greedy pig. Yeah. We should be taking like 90% of the money, Ivan, because Peter's greedy. He's greedy. A lot of boys agree that he's a greedy pig, Peter. Yeah, he's like, Ivan, you're crazy, man. You're too generous, man. I would never get it 50%. Ivan, this is like the fans are paying to see you, VJ, and us, Ivan. Why are you giving them 50% of your money? You should be taking like 90% of the money, Ivan. Peter's a greedy pig, yeah. Greedy pig, Peter. Yeah, he's greedy. Because he knows if I take 9%, the actors will be pulling in there like $2+ million, like $2 million. Peter wants to make more. He wants to make at least $2 million. He's greedy. That's why he wants me to take more of the more piece of the pie. He doesn't even care about how much money the owners make. He just cares about getting a bigger paycheck. He's a greedy pig, Peter. Yeah, Peter. If I take 9%, the guys make no money themselves. Yeah. You know, we should take at least 80% of Mike Peters. Stop being greedy. I'm taking 50%. I'm not taking 80%. I'm being way too harsh and greedy, man. Yeah. And that's how you know I'm very greedy, but I'm generous. Or I make sure, even though I'm greedy and I take a nice piece, I'm taking half the money. I'm making sure the guys who run the venue get paid they get a good paycheck. Considering you VJ are making your blades off the movie merchant game, it doesn't hurt to give them the other half of the money. But I'm taking the other half of the money. If you don't accept that deal, I'm not coming to speak, man. I'm not going to have you proud of my success and have me speak for free, and you take all that money when the fans are paid to see us. Are you crazy? I'm taking half your money. That's how it works. That's the deal. I'm going to tell Sarah is ask them if they're charging the fans. Are you charging the fans? Yeah, we're charging the fans. Okay, Ivan and VJ are taking 50% of the money. Sarah? Yeah. Well, some of the organizers be pissed off. Some of them might be pissed off because they thought they can dupe me. I'm not going to let you dupe me, man. I'm not going to have you, I don't know, I rent the venue of 20,000, they rent the venue of 20,000 people. They charge the fans $40. They make $800K and I don't get paid for that. When the fans pay to see me, man, no, I'm taking half the money, man. I take the $400K. You get the other $400K. Okay, fine, Ivan. It's a deal. Yeah, it's fair. Like the fans pay. Yeah, the fans are paying to see me, VJ Peer, and the actors, not you. And to profit off my success, I'm taking half the money. I'm generous enough to let you get the other 50%. So, Sarah, I won't take any more 50%, guys. You keep the other 50%. But me and VJ are taking the other 50%. VJ might tell me, Ivan, we should take more. I'm like, VJ, you're catching the Peter Jackson syndrome. You're also getting greedy too. We're gonna make our billions off movie merchant. Yeah, but Ivan, like, this is our money, man. The fans paid to see us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? VJ might be like, Ivan, Peter's right, man. We deserve a bigger chunk of this. Because VJ's greedy too, yeah. He's greedy too. He's a Hollywood chick. I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna take more than 50%, man. You're getting greedy, man. We take 80% of the money, the guys are making no money for themselves. Yeah. They're making not that money, maybe 180K. But like 180K is not 400K. Like, you want the guys to make some pretty good money themselves. But I'm taking 50% of the money. Obviously. So how will it work? Yeah, we speak for an hour and a half. And once the event's over with, the people bring me and VJ to the back. And they tell us how much money they make. Okay, how much money did you make off this event? Yeah, we made 800K. Okay, so you take your 400K and we'll give you and VJ 400K. You want to split some of the money? You want to give some of the money to the actors? Yeah. Okay, how much do you want to take? Okay, give me VJ 240K. 240K goes to us and split 160K with the 16 people with me. And the actors make their 10 grand. Which is a nice paycheck for an hour and a half of speaking, right? It's nice, man. So even though I'm greedy, I'm very generous to make sure the actors are getting paid good money. Or by they pull in their $1 million in speaking. I speak at 80 places. 60 of the places have 20,000 fans. The actors make their 600K. In the other places, they have 50, 40,000 fans. The actors make their 30, 20, 25, 18 grand. They pull in their $1 million in speaking, 1.05 million in speaking. It's a massive deal. The Xanus stars, right? Yeah. And all the Xanus stars are like, holy shit, man, Ivan's coming goes out of the water. They have like a bunch of checks, like 80 checks in their Ziploc bags. $1 million worth of like checks in their Ziploc bags. Holy shit. That's why you might have to give them maybe three to four Ziploc bags. Something crazy. 4 Ziploc bags? No, guys, I'm not kidding around. I know you're excited for this world tour. Make sure you put the Ziploc bags in your briefcase. Don't leave it all open in your room. The tenants can steal that, man. If they steal your check, I'm not recompensating you. And you got to give 10% of this to your agents, guys. They sign a contract that deals with it. You have to give them a cut of this. They're 10, 15, 20%. Wherever you owe them, you have to give them. And the actors might be pissed off. Sorry, guys, you have to give this a piece of your money to the agents. You deserve their 10%, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna tell the secretaries when people call my office to interview me and Peter all over the world. Obviously, tell them that Ivan and VJ do not interview us for any more than an hour and a half. Yeah, after an hour and a half, you gotta end it. If you have us interview us for like 3 hours, we're gonna be worn out. We're gonna wear us out, man. Speaking at 80 places for 3 hours. No, only an hour and a half. We speak and the event ends. Look at an amazing event. Something like Star Wars Celebration. Yeah, they make an amazing event. And they're gonna play the trailer and everything. Yeah, they're gonna play the trailer. Yeah, we want to do an amazing event where we play the trailer. We play the trailer and all that stuff, and the fans go crazy. They're gonna play the trailer for the movie during the event. Everyone sees me, and the fans all going crazy. Eritat, it's crazy, yeah. Yeah, my world tour it's like a crazy event, like 20,000 fans, man. Something crazy. That's why it's a big deal. It's a massive contract. That's why Peter wants a bigger chunk of that. I'm like, Peter, I'm not paying more money, man. You're fucking greedy. I don't know if I'm like, Peter, stop being greedy, man. I'm not going to pay more money, man. You sign your $1.4 deal, you get an equal amount of the actors. I deserve a bit more than this, Ivan. Peter, I'm not paying more money, man. You're fucking greedy, man. Peter feels like he's ripped off because he knows he's much bigger than the actors. The Hollywood actors are puny compared to him. He's so much bigger than them, he feels like he deserves a bigger paycheck. That's why he wants more for the world tour. You're like, Ivan, you're going to pay a bit more, man? Like a nice, like, $2-3 million of that? I'm like, no, Peter, man, you get an equal amount of the actors. Yeah. Like, $1 million is a lot of money for Peter for speaking, but he wants more. He wants, like, his 2.53. He's greedy, Peter. $4 million. He's greedy. He wants a very chunk of that. Because he knows me and VJ are going to make our $10 million. Ivan, you're greedy too, man. Like, you and VJ are taking the majority of the money. Yeah, Peter, because me and VJ are the boss, and we're much bigger than you. We're the main event, but I'm nice enough to give you a nice piece of my money to make sure you get paid, Peter. You're just greedy. You want a bigger chunk of me and VJ's money. Yeah, he wants like his $3 million of that. He's greedy, Peter. He wants like his $3 million in speaking, Peter. He's greedy. He wants a bigger chunk of that. Peter's a greedy pig, yeah. Like, Peter, you don't make $1 million in Hollywood for speaking. You make like your 100K? Yeah, in Hollywood I make like 100K in speaking for Comic-Con and all that stuff. Yes, and you're gonna make like your $1 million. Yeah, but Ivan, I deserve a bit more of that, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, I'm not paying more money, man. Stop being greedy, Samsara. You get an equal amount with the stars and members of my 17. My head of production and my two presidents and the actors, you get an equal amount. Samsara. Are you going to bring all the stars with you? No, I can't bring all the stars with me. I can only bring maybe like 11 of the stars with me. Yeah. You can't bring all your actors, otherwise they're going to drain all your money, man. You can't bring all 40 of your actors, otherwise the actors won't make as much. You're going to drain all the money. You know, I'm only going to bring like 11 of the stars with me. And like Peter Jackson, Guillermo Toro, my two presidents, and my head of production. That's like 16 people, right? Around there, 15 people, yeah. Because I can only fit maybe like 16, 18 people in my two jets. So I can't bring everyone up. Yeah. So the actor for Morale, Sirius, for Fool, Ephesus, Lithius, Baramis, those actors won't be coming with me. Because I'm not bringing those actors. I'm only bringing the main like 11 stars. Yeah, I'm only gonna bring one of the villain characters. I'll bring the Eritat villain character, and that's it. And the other major actors, the other villain characters are not coming with me because they don't fit on my jet. They're gonna cost more money. I'm not bringing everyone. You crazy? Yeah, in Hollywood they don't interview all the actors. They interview like maybe 10 of the main actors, and the other ones don't come to the event. Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why they're gonna beg, man. They had a blast, man. All the parties during the 4 years, the trends, being featured in the Sky's Entertainment News, promos and magazines and commercials, the interviews. Yeah. Being a part of the buzz of the trailers, the doc trailer, the movie trailer, yeah, and you also have the world tour. And the actor's gonna have a blast during the world tour, man. You know. You're flown proudly on my private jet all over the world. And every city every country that we land in, the actors stay in luxury hotel suites. But don't go any higher than like $3,000 for the suites, man, guys. You're gonna drain the budget. Okay, Ivan. Yeah, like if it's a $2,000 suite, you can rent it for a day or two, but don't get a $10,000 suite. You're gonna drain the budget. Samsara. I have enough to easily pay for $10,000 suites, but if you have actors stay in $10,000 suites, you're gonna be blowing like $8-10 million of your money. You're being stupid with your money. No, like $2,000 suites are good for the actors, where they'll be staying in. Try to have them stay in a hotel suite that has a pool, a jacuzzi, a bar where the actors can go downstairs and have a drink, which they will. Sometimes they'll go downstairs and have a drink with their co-stars. That's your own money, by the way. You want to go downstairs and have a drink with your co-stars, you're paying me. I'm not paying for you for that. That's your own money. Sometimes I might go downstairs and have a beer with the actors, and I'll pay for them, obviously. Whenever I do parties and all that stuff, it's on me. I'll pay for it. But like, if you want to go downstairs and have a drink with your co-stars, that's your own money. I'm not paying for you. You guys are already rich. You have millions in your bank, and you made your millions off the movie. You're paying for your own drinks. You want to go downstairs and have a drink with your co-stars. You want to go to the store and buy clothes for your wife, your kids, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband. You know what I'm saying? That's your own money. I'm not paying for you. Well, the actors get 24-hour limo services. So if they want to go see a movie on theaters in that city, which they will sometimes, the limo driver will take them there. They want to go to a clothing store and buy clothes and shoes, hats for themselves. The limo driver will take them there. Yeah. I also need limo service that takes all of us to the event too, right? You have to have either a driver like that experienced Mel Gibson or limo services. Limo services are better than drivers, right? Have limo services, it's better, right? Yeah. And you have to pay for the actors' food too. Don't have the actors pay for their feeding. No, like you have to pay for their feeding too. The best way to make sure they're fed well, tell the presidents to look for a buffet restaurant in that city where the actors are fed well. Because there's nothing worse than eating one plate and the actors are still hungry. And then they're still hungry and they have to pay for their own food. They can easily afford to pay for food, but you don't want to have the actors pay for their food, right? It's not professional. You have to pay for their feeding, their transportation, their traveling expenses. They're flying on my private jet, and their living expenses will be staying in a hotel suite. You can't have the actors pay for that. You're gonna drain their money. No, you have to pay for that, obviously. Samsara. Yeah. I'll be doing a lot of parties during the World Tour. I don't know, going to clubs. You know what I'm saying? Doing parties in my hotel room with Peter and all of them. Yeah, they're gonna have a blast. That's why they're all gonna beg, man. They're also training with me with the crazy fans. Every city we land in, the whole city's cheering us on. It's crazy, man. That's why the actors are on top of the world. They're training with me during the World Tour. I'll be training during the World Tour with the actors, with all the crazy fans in the city cheering us on. And that's why the actors are on top of the world and they're saved. And they're like, holy shit, man, we're lucky to be saved. And they're gonna post a lot of pictures on social media. Hey guys, I don't know, before the interview is about to call us out, some of the actors might make a video. Hey guys, I'm at an event. I'm about to get interviewed. You hear the fans roaring, like 20,000 fans roaring. Holy shit! Looks like I and VJ and the actors have no blast, and all the hard actors feel like total shit. Yeah, man, and that's why the Zayas are gonna beg. Like how he blows out of the water. Yeah, man. They were saved, man. It's a good feeling, man. Be a part of that buzz of the movie and experience all the crazy fans. And that's why once the journey's over with, they're gonna beg their asses off. Why even VJ, please? They might cry. Yeah, man. It's crazy. Peter's like, Ivan, how do you reckon next week? I'm like, Peter, no, man. You're not good for the Great Escapes, sir. Peter, I recommend just take the money that you made out of the movie and retire, man. Enjoy life with your family. Yeah, but I don't want to be left behind. I'm like, Peter, I'm not going to save you for the next movie. You're not good for the next movie. Ivan, can I come on as a producer? I'm willing to take a big pay cut. I'm like, Peter, you're not good for the Great Escape. I'm not going to have you come on board for the Great Escape. Because he wants to be safe, Peter. He doesn't want to be left behind. He knows, even though he made all this money, and even if he retires, it depends on his family, he knows he'll be left behind. He's now going to be left behind and feeling like shit, yeah. That's why they're all begging hard. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. That's why my coming blow out of the water. Yeah. So your world tour is crazier than Star Wars Celebration? Yeah, it's much crazier. I think something like Comic-Con Star Wars Celebration is much crazier than that. Because my fame is on the Son of God, man. My fame is unheard of, man. Like, my venues are not like 500, 3,000 fans in Comic-Con. No, it's like 20,000 fans, man. Like a stadium. It's like a stadium, yeah. A huge stadium. Like 20,000, a huge building of like with 20,000 fans. It's crazy. Some places even 50,000 fans. Some places might even have 100,000 fans, perhaps. Yeah. Some of my venues might even have 100,000 fans. Like the Super Bowl, yeah. They might even rent a venue that fits 100,000 people. Because some of my events might be in a building. Some of my events might be outside. It might be outside in like a stadium or something like that. In a stadium that fits 100,000 people, yeah. And if it's a place of 100,000 people, the actors will be pulling in like their $40,000, 50 grand or something like that for that one event, right? And that's why I told you the actors can even make $1.5 million in speaking, because some of my events might even have 100,000 fans. Yeah. How much will the people charge the fans? Probably like $40 around there. They're not going to charge the fans $100. But I'm assuming, look, I'm basing this off the people charging the fans $40. But if they charge the fans $80, the actors will be pulling in their like 1.7 million, 1.8 million speaking. Me and Vijay will make like our 14 million speaking. A bit more, yeah. But let's say you have a venue of 100,000 fans. They charge the fans $40. That's $4 million for that one event. So me and Vijay take $2 million. The organizers take $2 million. Me and Vijay can take 1.4 million of the money. And I split 600K with the actors. So 600,000 divided by, let's say, 16. The actors make $37,000. Almost 40 grand for one event. Yeah. And some of my venues might even have 100,000 people. And if they do, the actors are going to make like their $40,000 for that one event. And me and Vijay make like our $1.4 million. The reason why me and Vijay, I'm taking most of the money, because me and Vijay are the boss and we're the main event, obviously. Nice of to give a nice piece of my money, that way the actors get paid well. But they're making peanuts compared to how much me and Vijay are making, but I'm still making sure they get paid good money. Because me and Vijay are the main show. We're much bigger than them. Sarah, we're the boss. Yeah, there you go. Well, 100K, I highly doubt it. Most likely 20,000, 30, 40, 50,000, 20,000 fans on average. 30,000, 40. But some places might have even 100,000 fans. 80,000 fans. Something crazy. But I highly doubt that. Most likely 20,000, 30, 40,000 fans for the world tour. You know. That's why Peter Jackson wants a bigger chunk of that, because he knows the world tour deal is a huge deal, man. He wants like his $2-3 million, Peter. He's greedy, man. I'm like, Peter, you're not getting more money, man. Stop being greedy. I'm sorry, huh? Yeah. And that's why the Yakuza are going to beg. They had a blast, man. The World Tour. And after the World Tour, I also ended off with a red caravan at the luxury hotel. You see why I'm saying why the Yakuza have an amazing time and they're begging, man? Yeah, my company pulls out of the water. They don't make that in Hollywood. In Hollywood for Comic Con, the Yakuza make like, I don't know, 75, 100K for that. For my company, you're making like your $1 million. Even 1.2 million in speaking. Yeah, it's crazy. And that's why the Yakuza will give the fans a good experience because they know they're getting paid for it. Yeah, Ivan's gonna pay us for this. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna tell the Yakuza, look, man, I'm gonna pay you for this. I'm giving you a piece of money. You're gonna make a lot of money. Like, give the fans a good experience. Okay, guys. Okay, Ivan. And the actors are funny. They try to be funny themselves. They're not funny themselves. They give the fans a really good experience when they speak. And the fans are all laughing. Yeah, they give them a good experience. You need to give them a good experience, considering the fans paid money for the event. You got to give the fans a good experience. But I'm only going to have you interview us for an hour and a half. After an hour and a half, you got to end it, man. Like, I want to go to my hotel, you know what I'm saying? I want to chill. I want to party up with the actors. I don't feel like talking for 3 hours. It's too much. You're going to wear us out. When we're speaking at 80 places, that's going to wear us out, man. All the Zane stars, Peter's Ivan, this is fun. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, buzz. I know for you, Ivan, this blows out of the water, Ivan. Ivan, like, for Hollywood, we get like 3,000 fans at Comic-Con. And for your venue, it's like 20,000 fans. This is crazy, Ivan. Yeah, and then the whole city's cheering us on. Yeah, the whole city will be cheering us on. The whole city. It's crazy, yeah. And that's why all the Hollywood actors, when they see all the trends of the whole city cheering us on, each city, they see the crazy fans roaring and the actors posting videos on their social media. Hey, I'm at an event. I'm about to get interviewed. And you hear the roaring fans roaring. All the Hollywood actors feel like total shit, man. Holy shit, man. Ivan's coming pulls out of the water, man. Yeah, and the actors are getting paid a lot of money for it, too. Yeah, man. That's why all the Hollywood actors feel like total shit. Yeah. Man, Ivan's coming looks way better than Hollywood. Yeah, it is. It's much better than Hollywood. It's way better than Hollywood. It pulls out of the water. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah. And a lot of the fans will be rocking my merch. Yeah. Because I'll be selling the merch a good a month and a half. A good month and a half, I'm gonna have the merch ready for purchase on my website. So a lot of the fans are gonna be rocking my merch during the event. I go to the event, you see all the fans wearing, like a lot of fans wearing the Xanus costumes. You know what I'm saying? Kids are wearing the costumes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fans are going to want the actors to sign their posters. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, yeah. Something crazier than Star Wars Celebration. Star Wars Celebration, you see all the fans wearing all these Star Wars costumes and merch. Yeah, I think something crazy like that for my World Tour. All the fans are rocking the merch. And that's why you got to release the merch a good month and a half after production's done. The photographers and graphic designers edited all the pictures. They took all the photos for the posters and everything, and now they send all the information to Amazon, and Amazon's now ready to release the merch for the world to buy. And when we go on the world tour, a lot of fans are rocking merch, man. It's crazy, rocking all the clothes, and they have the weapons, and it's crazy, man. They have posters. A lot of fans are also going to bring the book with them. They're going to bring the Xanus book with them. They're going to want me and all the actors to sign their Xanus book. I'll even sign my book. Yeah, I'll sign your book. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Ivan, this is crazy, man. This blows out of the water. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, Ivan, this is way more money than what I make for Hollywood. In Hollywood, I make like $75K, Ivan. And for your World Tour, I'm making like my tens of thousands of dollars. This is crazy, Ivan. Yeah. Ivan, man, I deserve a bit more of that. I'm like, Peter, I'm not paying more, man. Stop being greedy. Fine, Ivan. Whatever, man. Yeah, he's a bit pissed off. Yeah. I want to make a chunk of that. Yeah, he was greedy. He's greedy, you know, son. Yeah. Yeah, so Xanus I'll make for $1.8 billion. Obviously. And it'll be based off my novel that I wrote, The Last Hope of Xanus, my masterpiece that I wrote. Yeah. That's why we're looking at an amazing movie. Everything that will be devils. Looking at a sick movie, yeah, man. Yeah, man, everything are gonna be devils. Yeah. Give Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson an unlimited budget. That way, they're happy, and the Peter doesn't have to worry about being limited in what he can do. Peter, whatever Peter wants to do for the battle scenes in the war, the world building, the set building, the extras, the horror, the thing goes about, he can afford it. So, Sarah? People tell me, yeah, Ivan, I think it's smart to have everything that be the most heard beings in history. That way you tell Pablo sort of, and it'll build more buzz. Yes, Peter, if you have everything to be devils, it's going to build so much buzz for the world. And the world, when they watch the movie, they're going to be hooked watching it because everything them are walking devils and demons. The most horrific beings in history. Please, Ivan, Eretat will make Thanos look good, man. Yeah. If you think Thanos was not scary, but he was very formidable. Eretat will make Thanos look look good. You're looking at a devil, man, yeah. Because I'm pouring $1 billion towards visual effects and special effects, man. Yeah, he's a devil, Eretat. He feasts too, his son for fool. Morale, the general of the army, Mass and Bass, the twin brother servants. Bull, the pit watcher, Darius, the blacksmith, he's a devil too. Yeah, and you also have the civilians and the wolf army, they're devils. Eretat's, Ephesus followers and the caverns are devils too. Looking at a sick movie. The Crows are devils, the spies of the south. Here's Ivan, the Crows, the spies of the south. I'm like, yeah, Peter. And the Eagles are the watchers of the north. I'm like, yeah, Peter, the watchers of the north. He's like, holy shit, you wrote a masterpiece, Ivan. And they're the devil wolves of Raqqa. I'm like, yeah, Peter, Ivan, you're looking at a sick movie. This is Burning Lord of the Rings, all right. I know, Peter, it's Burning Lord of the Rings. Look at a sick movie. Come on. Come on. And now you don't understand why all the actors are going to beg, man, for Xanus. They had a blast. Now, for the Great Escape, you're looking at a crazy world tour, too. Yeah, man. The Great Escape will not have as much buzz as Xanus, but it'll have crazy buzz, too, obviously. Yeah, Keanu Reeves and all are going to go world tour with me, too. Something crazy around the world. And they're going to make their, $1 million in speaking, too. A lot of money, yeah. But the Great Escape will not have the kind of buzz Xanus will have for the world tour, but it'll be crazy too. The fans will be going crazy. I can't wait to watch that movie, Ivan and the VJ Secret Agents on the Roman Big Organization. It's crazy fame too, but it's not like Xanus, whereby everything of them are devils, man, and it's a $1.1 budget movie. The whole world of my book. It's a masterpiece. Yeah, Xanus will have crazy white buzz, man. That's why those Xanus stars are lucky, man. Yeah, man. And I understand why they're gonna beg. Yeah. And that's why Russell Crowe, Vigo, and Don Cheadle are really going to compete hard for the job, man. Even David Wham, he's good too. They're all going to be competing hard for that job. Because they want to be, I want to experience that glorious success and fame and wealth with IMVJ and not be left behind in the Hollywood system. And Timothy Chalamet is going to really compete hard with Yvonne Joje and Dev Patel for the role. Yvonne Joje is my first choice, but I might choose Dev Patel or Timothy Chalamet. People tell me, yeah, even though Timothy Chalamet is a better actor than Dev Patel and Yvonne Joji, he's a white guy. I don't really picture Papyri as a white guy. Yeah, that's my point. I picture Papyri more as he has that Jesus disciple look. I know I'm doing. You know Dev Patel in the movie Green Knight? I showed you that picture before, right? This is why Yvonne Joji and Dev Patel are really good for the part, man. I picture, yeah, Peter, I see what you're saying. You picture Papyri as that look of Jesus' disciple, right? Yes. Hence why Timmy Chalamet, even though he's good, I can picture Timmy Chalamet as a farmer boy. He's not necessarily good for the role, right? Like, you see this picture here? Like, you picture Papari as, like, he has that Indian, Persian, Arab look. Like this here. See Dev Patel in the movie Green Knight? Yeah, the farmer boy. Hence why Dev Patel and Yvonne Joji are really good for the part. Yvonne Joji, I think, is best for the part. Hence why they're very good. Even though Timmy Chalamet is a bigger actor who'll help him more buzzing, he's a better actor than those guys. Is he necessarily better for the role? That's why Yvonne Joji. I'm like, Peter, somebody tells me I should go for Yvonne Joji. I even go for Yvonne Joji. Even though Timmy Chalamet will help him more buzz, I can picture Yvonne Joji more as Papari Ivan. Please, you chose the right cast. I can picture Yvonne Joji as Papari. Like, the farmer boy and Dev Patel, they have that look of Jesus' disciple. I'm like, yeah, but he's like, holy shit, Ivan. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Ivan. He was blind in the movie, yeah. Some Sarah. I can show you Yvonne Joji. Yeah, see Yvonne Joji here? He has that look. Yeah, you see? You can picture him as a farmer boy, right? Yeah, the look of Jesus' disciple. Yeah, hence why they're very good for the part. Because yeah, I see what you're saying. Whereas Timothy Chalamet, he's good for the part. I can picture him as a farmer boy, but like I picture more of the other two guys. But Timothy Chalamet is gonna help build more buzz for the movie because he's a small A-list. Whereas Yvonne Joji is like a B-list actor. He's not an A-list actor. But Yvonne Joji is cheaper. Yvonne Joji will gladly do my movie for $4 million, and like $5.5 million for the film profits, and $1.5 million for the game, and $250K. Yeah, Yvonne Joji is still signed a massively signed. It's $12 million deal in his Canadian money, which is $7 million after taxes. His agent takes 10%, and Yvonne Joji is walking away like 6.3 million, 6.2 million his bank after taxes. It's a massive contract for Yvonne Joji. That's so much bigger agents making Hollywood. That's why Kanye blows out of the water, yeah. Getting paid, Yvonne Joji. That's why he'll work hard for me. He destroys the role Papari. Dev Patel will destroy the role Papari. Timmy Chalamet will destroy the role Papari too. Because I paid him a lot of money. Yeah. Timmy Chalamet, I'll pay him his $10.5 million base for a salary. That's like 3-4 million in his American money. It's a good deal for him. You give him 16 million in the film profits. If he's worth 40 million by then, if he's worth like 35, I can give him 14 million in the film profits to Timmy Chalamet. You can pay him like 2.3 million for the game if he's worth 40, which he most likely will by then. He gets his $1 million for the merch. So you sign like his 30 million deal. $250K for the promos. And potential earnings and speaking. Timmy Chalamet signed his like 30 million Canadian deal, which is like a 21 million deal in his American money. So he's walking away like, I don't know, 11 million in his bank after taxes. A lot of money for Timmy Chalamet. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. I made like my 4, 5, 6, 8 now, my 10. Yeah, this is more than we make in Hollywood, Timothy. He signed a massive deal. Some Sarah? That's why they're really gonna fight hard for that job, man. Y'all want that job so bad, it's crazy. Yvonne Joji, I see me and Peter and the casting director of VJ getting all told. We see the audition tape of Yvonne Joji. We're all blown away. Holy shit, Yvonne Joji destroyed the audition tape. Dev Patel destroyed the audition tape. Timmy Chalamet destroyed the audition tape. And it becomes tough for us to choose. And me, Peter, VJ, and Get Him All Told have to make a choice, man. Yeah. I'm like, Peter, what do you think? Please, I even go for Yvonne Joji. I think he's best for the part. Yeah, he'll tell me that, Peter. Yeah, Timmy Chalamet is bigger, who help him more buzz. Somebody tells you Yvonne Joji is better. Yeah, Yvonne Joji is better for the part. I know I'm doing. But Peter might go for Vigo. Ivan, go for Vigo from Aramis. He commanded the archers in my 2 towers when we did an amazing job. Yeah, I know Vigo's good for Aramis too, but something tells me I should go for Don Cheadle. Or Peter might tell me go for Russell Crowe. Because Russell Crowe will help build more buzz for the Xanus movie, right? Russell Crowe did Robin Hood. He was an archer in Robin Hood. But Russell Crowe has to drop weight for the role. Because he's fat right now. I'm like, Russell Crowe, you have to drop weight, huh? Yeah, I'll have my nutritionist give you the diet plan. You gotta eat your chicken and your salad and all that stuff. And you gotta go to the gym and you gotta drop at least 25, 30 pounds, Russell Crowe, for the role. Okay, Ivan, he has to drop weight for the role, Russell Crowe. But Russell Crowe's expensive. I have to pay him like $18 million base for his salary, $9.7 million signing bonus, $55 million of the film profits, $4 million for the game, salary for the game, and like a $3 million rolling check for the merch. It's like a 97 million deal, right? 18 plus 9.7 plus 4 plus 3 plus 55, 89.7. But then Russell Crowe's getting $300K for the promo. That's a 90. Yeah, you signed a $90 million deal. And potential earnings and speaking, which can range like $1 million. So Russell Crowe signed. Say Russell Crowe signed a $91 million deal. That's like a 100. I don't know, 100 like $3 million deal in his Australian money. It's not a mega deal, man. That's why my coin was out of the water. So Russell Crowe signed a $91 million deal in Canadian money. That's a $103 million deal in his Australian money. So Russell Crowe signed a $100 million deal. He's like, holy shit, man, Ivan, your company blows out. I don't make this now. I know Russell Crowe. Ivan, you're paying me $100 million and there's no strings attached to the contract. I know Russell Crowe. You get your fee with me. He's like, thank you, Ivan. I appreciate it, man. Because he knows in Hollywood, you gotta what? You gotta pay to make your money. That's how it works, right? Yeah. I'm a clean guy. I'm not a dirty businessman, man. There's nothing worse than making an actor pay to make his money, and the actors see you and VJ as a dirty businessman. Nah, man. Like I'm not into that dirt stuff. No. I'm saying. You get your freedom, Russell Crowe. I'm gonna pay you your $100 million. All I ask is that you destroy the role of Merriman's and you work your ass off for me. I don't know, but I'm gonna work my ass off for you. And he works harder for me than he does in Hollywood. And you gotta drop the weight, Russell Crowe. Does it come with perks, Ivan? And Angel told me yes. It comes with perks. Russell Crowe gets the perks of the company too. Oh, yeah, that's a good deal for Ivan, for Russell Crowe. Ivan, what about $1 million for the magazine promos Skiv Entertainment use? I'm like, no, man. Russell Crowe gets $300K. I'm not paying him $1 million. The money I'm paying for the promos is paid through the $400 million salary cap. You gotta be careful, man. How much you pay all these guys, right? Yeah, you don't have Russell Crowe rip you off. I'm not gonna pay the actors $1 million for the promos. I'm already paying them enough. No, they get Russell Crowe gets $300K. That's a good paycheck for being interviewed and being featured on the promos online, right? It's a good deal for Russell Crowe. The Skiv Entertainment News, right? That's a good deal. You get like this 30-page Skiv Entertainment News. It's like a magazine online catalog thing, and all the interviews are featured there. It's like a 30-page, and you guys are reading it all. And all the interviews with the actors, me, VJ, Peter, it's something cool. But he's like, I can't wait to be featured on that. Do I get paid for that? I'm like, yeah, Peter, you get $500K. Ivan, what about like $2 million? I'm like, Peter, I'm not paying you $2 million for that. You get $500K. Stop being greedy, Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll have Russell Crowe compete with Vigo and Don Cheadle. But Don Cheadle's my first choice. I think he's best for Merriman. I can picture him as Merrimus. Yeah. Vigo's good too because remember Vigo in Two Towers in the Helm's Deep battle? He commanded the archers. Hence why he's also very good for Merrimus. Yeah. Yeah. Because you chose the right cast. I can picture Idris Elba as your father. I show him the Marvel picture, him in Marvel. He's like, holy shit, yeah, I can picture him as your father, Ivan. You chose the right cast. I can picture Angelina Bassett as Queen Sarah, Ivan. She was queen. She was a queen in Black Panther. Yes, Angelina Bassett's good for Queen Sarah. Plays my mother, the Queen of Xanus. And then Idris Elba plays my father. I'll show you the picture again. This is why Idris Elba was born to play the role. Yeah, you see that? Yeah. This is why Idris Elba was good for the role. Can you picture him as my father, guys? Yeah, I can picture him as your father. Yeah, I know. Please, I can picture him as your father, Ivan. I know, Peter. Ivan, you chose the right cast. I know, Peter. I chose the right cast. Yeah. The King of the North, right? The King of Xanus. Yeah, you could picture him, huh? As my father? Yeah. I chose the right cast, man. I know what I'm doing. Hey, you see that? Idris Elba, Takis the First. Yeah. Ivan even kind of looks like you. I know, Peter. Ivan, you chose the right cast. I know, Peter. Relax, man. Chill. Yeah. No, Ivan, seriously, man. You're all prepped, huh? I can picture Neil Manez marry Ivan. I know, Peter. No, Ivan, seriously. I see Neil Manez marry Ivan. Like when I read your book, I see Neil Manez Ivan. I know, Peter. Ivan, you chose the right cast. I know, Peter. Yeah, I chose the right cast. Yeah, man. And Jimo Hansu, this is why he's good for Cassie, is my cousin, the general of the army. You can picture Jimo Hansu, the general of the Zane army. You know what I'm saying? You have a look like this for Zane, something like that. Yeah. Ivan, man, you chose the right cast. I know, Peter. Ivan, I can picture him as as a general of the army, Ivan. Playing your cousin. I'm like, yeah, Peter. My older cousin, yeah. I know I'm doing. I chose the right cast. Jimo Hansu for Cassius for the role. Yeah. I know I'm doing. And Andy Serkis was born to play Job. Yeah, Peter's guy. I can picture Andy Serkis as Job. Andy Serkis is a class act. Yeah, he's a class act character. Yeah, Ivan, don't even waste your time having anyone compete with Andy Serkis. No one can top Andy Serkis for the part of Job, man. Come on, Ivan. I know, Peter. Andy Serkis got the job. There's no one who can beat Andy Serkis for Job. Andy Serkis is a class act, man. Nobody can beat Andy Serkis for the role of Job. Yeah, I can picture him as a pothead, Ivan. He has that weird laugh. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, Andy Serkis plays Job, the pothead in my movie. The pothead. Eli's hard caretaker. The pothead, yeah. You know, see Andy Serkis. He always has like the pipe with him. He's always smoking weed. Yeah, he's a pothead. Yeah. Yeah. Because yeah, I can picture John Vegas as Suetonius. John Boyega has that sarcasticness in his character, yeah, like he did for Star Wars. That's why he's very good for Tacitonius. Because when you read the book, Tacitonius is very sarcastic. That's why John Boyega was born to play the role. Daniel Kaluuya looks more like me, but he's not as sarcastic as John Boyega. Here's a guy, even though Daniel Kaluuya looks more like you, I think John Boyega is better for Tacitonius, Ivan. Yeah, Peter, John Boyega is better for Tacitonius. John Boyega is my first choice, but I'll have him compete with Daniel Kaluuya, my second choice, and you have other actors compete. I want Michael B. Jordan. No, Michael B. Jordan's not good at all for Tacitonius. He's appears the guy, Michael B. Jordan's not good for Tacitonius. He has too much of that American look. Yeah, he's not good for Tacitonius at all. Don't hate Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan's not good for Tacitonius at all. He has too much of that American look. I want the actor, whereas John Boyega and Daniel Kaluuya are African. They have that African look. Obviously, Jimo Hansu has that African look, whereas Michael B. Jordan doesn't have that African look. He has that the Black American look. He's not good for Tacitonius. Yeah, he's not good for Tacitonius. He's not good for Tacitonius, Michael B. Jordan. Samsara? For the movie? Yeah, I know I'm doing that. I chose the right cast. Yeah, man. And I can picture VJ as Livia. VJ was born, yeah, VJ is Livia. VJ was born to play Livia, yeah. I picture VJ as Livia. Obviously. Yeah. 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 Because I like the character of Job in your book. He's a pothead. Yeah, when you read the book, Job smokes weed like every 5-10 minutes. He pulls out of his pipe and he smokes weed. But in the movie, I might tone it down. Yeah, in the book, he's smoking weed like all the time. I think you should tone it down. Yeah, we can tone it down and make a few changes. But I want to do a thing where every once in a while we see Andy Serkis, he pulls out his pipe and he smokes weed. Because Job is always high all the time. He likes smoking. He's a pothead. He likes smoking weed all the time. Even when he's fighting in the war and everything, he's high, man. He's a pothead. Yeah. That's why Andy Serkis is good. You're going to see him in the movie, he's always smoking weed. He has that laugh like, you know what I'm saying? He's high all the time. Yeah, that's why he's good. Yeah, because Andy Serkis was born to play Job. I know, Peter. He was born to play Job. You chose the right cast, man. Like, seriously, you're all prepped. Yeah, I know, Peter. I'm all prepped. Even have an idea for your world and what you want the beings are like. Yeah, Peter. Yeah. Samsara? So Tacitonius, Cassius, and Merimus, yeah, Tacitonius, Cassius, and Merimus are Northerns. They're trained in the Xanian arts. So in the movie, you're gonna see John Boyega, Jimo Hansu, and like Don Cheadle, where obviously they're badass fighters. I'm a badass fighter because I'm Tactius II, the Prince of Xanus, is also a Northern. He's also trained in the arts. When you read Young Tactius, Cassius and Merimus train Tacitonius and Tactius at the city's edge in the Xanian arts. That's why when they're older, they're badass fighters, man. All members of the Xanian army are all trained in Xanian arts, and Cassius and Merimus are the ones who train them, because Cassius is a general of the army. He trains the army, and Merimus trains the archers. Obviously, so when you read Young Tactius, there's a scene in Young Tactius when Takis and them are kids, obviously Takis and Tacitonius are kids, obviously. Other kids who are also training in the army are jealous. They're jealous of Tacitonius and Takis because they're spoiled, rich kids, obviously, who are royalty. They're the royal family who live in the castle, and they're envious because Cassius. They're jealous because Cassius and Tacitonius spoil them and they train them in the city's edge. It's a special place in Xanus, and Cassius and Miramis always give good results. So yeah, they always say how like Tacitonius and Takis are their best students and everything, and the other kids are jealous and they have this fight in young Takis. Priest Ivan, they have this fight. I'm looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. Yeah, they're jealous, Ivan, because of the spoiled kids who are part of the royal family. And yeah, they're jealous because Tacitonius is not the heir, but he's royal. He's part of the royal family. Tacius' cousin. Tacius is a spoiled prince. Tacitonius is also a spoiled prince who lives in the castle with Tacius. And Cassius and Miramis treat them better than the other kids who train. The other kids are jealous. You get this fight in young Tacius. Please, I'm looking at a masterpiece, man. I know, Peter. How'd you come up with this story? This is part of one of the rings. I know, Peter. Peter becomes blind by for the movie. They get into a fight, Ivan. I'm looking at a sick movie. I know, Peter. Looking at a sick movie, man. Yeah, looking at an amazing movie. Yeah. Are the Southern trained in Xanards? No, they're not. Hence why Yvonne Jolje, Carl Urban, Andy Serkis, you know what I'm saying? John Rhys Davis, if he's chosen. Like, when you see them fight in the movie, they're not as badass fighters because they're Southerners. The Southerners are not trained in the arts. Why are they not trained in the arts? How the heck do they fight in the movie? Well, I don't want to spoil the story for you. You'll see that when you read the book. But the Southerners are not trained in Xanards. Hence why I'm going to tell Peter, I want the people to see a distinction between the Northerners and the Southerners. The Northerners are bred fighters. They're trained in Xanards. Well, the Southerners are not trained in Xanards. They're still pretty good fighters, but they're not. So I want to do a thing. Whenever the Southerners fight the wolves, you see they struggle a lot with the wolves. Like, the wolves almost kill them. Whereas the Northerners are holding their own against the wolves more easily because they're bred fighters. They're trained in Xanards. Look at a sick movie, yeah. And the Northerners don't like the Southerners. The Southerners like the Northerners. They don't like each other. Yeah, it's actually funny. You'll see in Volume 2, there's a scene when Tacitonius, he makes fun of Job and everything. He makes fun of Job and everything because the Northerners look down on the Southerners. Even though Job is rich, he has hired caretaker, the Northerners look down on the man. They don't like the Southerners. And the Southerners don't like the Northerners either. Because Ivan, you have this feud between the Southerners and the Northerners, so they don't like each other. Yeah, if you're looking at a sick movie. This is a masterpiece, Ivan. I know, Peter. Yeah. The Northerners don't like the Southerners. And the Southerners don't like the Northerners either. Yeah, it's actually funny when you read the book. Yeah. They look down on them. Yeah. And the Southerners see the Northerners as arrogant people. Because they're people of higher status who live in the North. They live in the North in the beautiful land of Xanus. Whereas the Southerners all live in the South of the Eretats territory. Which is cursed, obviously, right? Yeah. But Eli, Job, Cornelius, Lithia, and all of them, they're rich people too. They're Southerners. You're gonna see VJ. She's a spoiled daughter of Eli in the movie, obviously. But they're not Tactius and Tacitonians who are royalty who live in the North, obviously. Like, Eli's rich, but he's not as rich as like Tacitonius, Tactius, and Cassius. Those guys are the royal family, man. They're the royal family who live in the royal family of Xanus of the North, from the North. Whereas Eli is the most powerful man in the South, but he's not Tactius in them. Tactius and them are wealthy. Yeah. You know how the elves in Rivendell are wealthy? They have great wealth? Yeah. Tactius is wealthy too. Yeah. Yeah. Hence why the cons are also be fun because John, Hal, and Ali are gonna build the world of the North, the South, all the lands. You're looking at a beautiful world. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna draw all the demonic beings. Please, Ivan, the cons art, it's so fun building the world for your movie, Ivan. Yeah, period. Ivan, this is fun, man. I'm having a blast. Even though it's a lot of work, even working on the script is fun, Ivan. Like, yeah, even working on the script will be fun. But the cons art will be more fun than working on the script. The script is more dirty work. But we're only going to work on the script for maybe 3 hours a day, so we'll probably write maybe like 4 or 5 pages a day. Me, Peter, and Guillermo, and Fran. And then while I do the concept arts, yeah. Who will be writing it? I'll have Peter write it, but I tell Peter my ideas what to write, and he has his input, and he writes it. Because Peter knows more about the outline of the script and everything. I know a little bit about it. I read the script writing book. I have an idea how to write a script, but Peter knows more about that stuff, so I'll have him write it. Right, obviously. I'm going to have the thing that formats everything for me and Peter. Everything's already formatted for us. We just have to write in what we want to write. Obviously. So Peter, I want you writing. So I can just write it on my computer. I'll have Peter sit down on the computer. He writes. I tell him what I want to write, and he gives his input of what he wants to write. And that's how we write the script. And Fran and Guillermo will be giving their input. They'll be helping us out. And then after we eat lunch, we do concert arts for like 4 hours every afternoon, from Monday to Thursday. And Fridays, we don't do concert arts in the afternoon. I'll have me and Peter and VJ make the business calls like once a week. We only have to do business calls once a week. Because it's only for the main things, right? Once a week, and the rest of the week we handle the concert arts. Building the world. What do you want the demonic characters look like? What kind of clothes do the characters wear in the movie? What do the weapons look like? The armor. You have to tell Peter that he knows. So Ivan, you don't want to Lord of the Rings. No, I want Zane's to be a totally, completely different one of the Rings. I don't want to copy Lord of the Rings, Peter. This is my idea for the world of Xanus. Shows how Lee and Guillermo del Toro, and Peter, that way they know. This is my idea for the world of Xanus. For the veiling of the North and South, right? Shows how Ali and Peter, the way they know. Something like this. Beautiful like that. Because that's beautiful. I know it's beautiful, huh? That's my idea for the world. For the North and the South for Xanus. I have another picture here. Yeah, see this picture here? Yeah. Perry Stone, right? He has a picture of the Gardens of the Tree of Life. Yeah, this is my idea for my world of Xanus. It's a beautiful world like this. Show Peter and John Holly that way they know. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Ivan, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's my idea for my world for Xanus. It looks something like this, man. It's a beautiful world. Yeah, man. That's my idea for the world of Xanus. I have another picture I can show you. Show John how to leave these pictures away. You know, okay, Ivan, so you want a world like that? I'm like, yes, guys. I don't want it to be on Lord of the Rings. I have to be different. Peter's Ivan, that's good. That's beautiful. I know, Peter. Ivan, you're all prepped. I know, Peter, I'm prepped. I'm saying. Here's another picture here. The Genesis 3D movie that came out, right? Yeah. A world like this. See that? Yeah, it looks like that. That's my idea for my world. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful world, man. The world of Xanus. My world building. See that? The Genesis 3D Paradise Lost movie. That came out, yeah. Beautiful world like that. And John Howley, okay, I see what you're saying, and they draw a beautiful world. I want the South to be cursed. The South has a little bit of beauty, but it's cursed, whereas the North is holy. It has more of that holy feel. It's beautiful. It's a heavenly. The Southerners call it the heavenly kingdom, whereas the South is cursed terrain. Obviously. And for the bats, show John Howley and Peter again at Motor Island, that way they know. I want Ephesus to look something like this. See that? He's a devil. Like that. Peter is like, okay, Ivan, so you want the actors for the demonic characters to wear a mask and a costume like this. Yes. A mask and a costume like this. Okay, Ivan, that's nice, man. Yeah, Peter, this is much more updated than your orcs in Lord of the Rings. I don't want that look for Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, your orcs look way too natural. I want to mix the visual effects with the practical effects. I want them to look something like this for the bats. Ephesus and the bats. Devils like that. And for Aratat and the wolves, I want them to look something like this. The devils. Devils like that. See that? Devil like that, yeah, for Aratat. They wore a mask and a costume like that, and they're devils. See that? For the movie. And now you guys are so white looking at devils, man. And Zane's so crazy white buzz. Demons are that, guys. I'm scary than that, right? Yeah. A devil like that, man. Look at that. Peter's like, Ivan, you want the wolves to look like that? I'm like, yeah, Peter. I'd want a werewolf. I'm like, no, Peter, I don't want Eric looking like a werewolf. I don't want Eric looking like a werewolf. I don't want Eric looking like a werewolf. I want to look like that. He's a devil. Yeah. Peter's like, Ivan, like, imagine you have the captured scene with Tacitus and Cassius. They're in Barak, and, like, Aratat's sitting on his throne. And everyone in Barak, all the wolves of Barak are staring at them, and they're all scared, and they're laughing at them, they're devils, and the wolf fills with them, please don't die. Ivan, looking at our masters, Ivan, this is gonna be the best movie trilogy ever made, I know, Peter. Ivan, this movie's better than my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know, Peter, it's better than Lord of the Rings. Ivan, seriously, you're looking at a better movie trilogy than my Lord of the Rings. I know, Peter, it's better than Lord of the Rings. Peter becomes blind by seeing the movie, yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah, as teacher say, if you have Eric to be devils, you'll get a better movie. Yes, Peter. The world will be more hooked when they watch the movie. I'm doing. Some sound? Yeah. That's why it's going to be a masterpiece. And show Peter Prince of Egypt, Ivan, that way he knows. Obviously, Samsara. That way you help him out. Please, Ivan, thank you, man. You helped me out. They're all scared with torches, huh? You know what I'm saying? All demon bats are sleeping in there. I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit, look at our matches, Ivan. Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece. I know, Peter. Like, this is going to be the best movie children ever made. I know, Peter. Look at a masterpiece. This is gonna have crazy world by buzz. I know, Peter. Yeah. He's blind by his movie, Peter. Yeah, Ivan, can I get check out that box? And I'm like, no, Peter. I'm not paying more money, man. Stop being greedy. Some Sarah. So Guillermo del Toro, you have to pay him less. Yeah, because Guillermo del Toro is my assistant director, I'm not going to pay him as much for his base, but I'll give him a nice fat royalty check. That way you keep him happy. Because he might piss off Ivan. I'm bigger than half these actors. Why am I only making 5? Guillermo del Toro, you're my assistant director. I'm not going to pay you like $20 million. You rip me off. You get your 5. You have to take a sacrifice. You have to take a sacrifice, take a paycheck, a pay cut, obviously, and you get $5 million. But I'll give you a nice like $18 million of the film profits to keep you happy. That's more than like most of what the actors are making, and I can give you a good $1 million for the merch. And you also get your $1 million speaking fee. That's a good deal for Guillermo del Toro. I'm asking though for me. I don't even make his Hollywood. How would I make like my 6, 7? Yes, Guillermo del Toro. You make like your 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Hollywood. That's it. I'm paying you 5 as an assistant director, which is a good paycheck for you. Pay Guillermo del Toro like a $1 million signing bonus for pre-production. That's a good deal for him. He gets the perks. He also gets money for the commercials too. He gets his Guillermo del Toro gets his $250K for their commercials. Yeah, the promos. And he gets the perks, and he gets his $4 million salary for a year of shooting. That's a good deal for him. And then once the movie gets released, he gets his $18 million royalty check. That way you keep Guillermo del Toro happy, and you give him $1 million for the merch. What about the game? I'm like, no, Guillermo del Toro, you're not getting money for the game. You're not getting money off the game, Guillermo del Toro. This is a good deal for an assistant director. Assistant directors make like a couple $100,000, $1 million in Hollywood. And I sign you to your like 20, I don't know, your 20. Like $6 million deal as an assistant director. I don't even make $26 million. I make like my 8, my 7. Yes, Guillermo del Toro. I'm paying you more as an assistant director than what you make as a director in Hollywood. So I'm still making sure you get paid. That's gonna do it for me, Ivan. Sign me up. Guillermo del Toro signs that contract. Yeah, he's all happy. That's gonna do it for me. That's a good deal for an assistant director. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro, you're my assistant director. I'm not gonna pay you as much for your base. But I'll give you a nice $18 million of the film profits. Keep you happy. That's a good deal for Guillermo del Toro. Some Sarah. Yeah. So you need to have Guillermo del Toro to take the stress off Peter. He helps Peter. So when Peter is directing the scene, Guillermo del Toro is there with him, assisting him. That way Peter's not stressed out. If you don't want to have Peter just direct the movie, he doesn't have anyone helping him. He needs help. Have Guillermo del Toro take that stress off him, and he helps Peter out a lot. They're both like helping each other a lot, talking with each other. What's best for the scene? They help. Guillermo del Toro is there. My Peter, Guillermo, don't worry. Guillermo del Toro is there to help you out if you're a bit stressed out. You feel a bit lost, you don't really know what to do. Well, Peter will be prepped because he took his notes, but if you feel like you're a bit like stressed out, Guillermo del Toro will be there to help you. That way, and when you're a director, everyone is coming up to you. All the crewmen are coming up to you, asking you all these questions. So when they come up to Peter and ask him questions, Guillermo del Toro is there to help him out. That way, Peter's not stressed out. And you also have the unit teams that are going to help him out. The director unit teams. I'll have maybe 3 to 4 director unit teams to help Peter and Guillermo del Toro out. That way they're not stressed out. But because Peter and Guillermo del Toro took their notes, they're going to be prepped. Every scene, they have an idea for every scene because they're prepped. They took their notes, they studied their notes, they went over the script. We did the concept art together. I wrote the script with those guys. We have the same vision of the movie. They now know what I want to accomplish in the movie. And they end up making a masterpiece, man. An amazing movie together. A masterpiece. Better than Lord of the Rings. Yeah, man. Some cider? Yeah. Yeah. I'm off tomorrow. Yay! I don't work tomorrow, but I work Sunday at 10. Yeah, with Anthony. But I'm off tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll make a video in the morning for you guys. Yeah, also, I was going to make a video this morning when I woke up, but the boss called me like at 10 o'clock. Ivan, I need you to come into work. And today was fucking busy, man. Holy shit. I was so stressed out and I was so tired. Yeah, man. It was so busy, the guy had to, when I was closing, one of the guys had to help me out. Because I had so many dishes to wash. It was crazy, man. I had Cocoa Fruity. Yeah. 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 And show Peter, Prince of Egypt, Ivan, your idea for the Axis of Saphius. Will it be like Prince of Egypt? No. Like Prince of Egypt, you have it's ancient times. My movie is a fantasy world, but like think something like the Axis of Prince of Egypt, you have like 5,000 extras, civilians. They have an exodus. They journey through the mountains, the Gilead Mountains, the Cursed Mountains, Devil Terrain. Previous Ivan, they're journeying Devil Terrain, and then attackers don't really know what they're really facing. They're facing devils. And before they enter the caverns, you have the mosquitoes the size of your hand that bite the people. Because the mountains are cursed. Ivan, imagine mosquitoes the size of your hands biting the people. Even that's pretty freaky, Ivan. Yeah, guys, make the mosquitoes a bit freaky too. Tell us, I want the mosquitoes to be a bit freaky. You know the spiders in the Hobbit, they were like mutated spiders, they're a bit freaky? Yeah, make the insects freaky. Yeah. Ivan, freaky mosquitoes, they bite the people. Yeah, Peter. I'm looking at a masterpiece, and they're all fighting them off with the torches. Yeah, and you have the jaguars that guard the edge of the city. Ivan, why are there mosquitoes there? Because the mountains are cursed. It's a cursed mountain. South is cursed, man. Yeah, man. Show Peter, Prince of Egypt, how he knows. And Ivan, when you're leading the Saphians with Jimohansu, he comforts you. I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit, you're looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. And you're in Devil Terrain, and they're all scared with torches. I'm like, yeah, Peter, I'm looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. I know. This is more of the Rings, I know, because we're more of the Rings. Show me that's all he knows. Yeah, I'm leading them. Yeah. But it's not like Prince of Egypt. I'm not wearing clothes like that, right? It's a fantasy world, but you guys get the picture, right? Yeah. Show Peter this how he knows I can and make a masterpiece. See, they have torches. Yeah. See? Yeah. Picture that for me and Jimo Hansu and like Yvonne Jose, they come for me. When you read the book, Tacitus is in the front with Cassius, so Jimo Hansu, and Papyri and Lithia and Eli. So you have like Jimo Hansu, my cousin, he comforts me. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really know what we're facing. Yeah, we don't really know what we're dealing with. We're dealing with devils. With devil terrain. Look at that masterpiece, man. He's like, Ivan, he comforts you, Cassius, you want to. I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit. Yeah, sick movie, Ivan, I know. See that? Yeah. They have torches. Yeah. See that? This scene here. This is what I'm picturing for the mountain scene. Show Peter and get them all told us that way they know. Here's Ivan, thank you. You gave me ideas. Ivan, you're looking at an amazing movie, Ivan. I know, Peter. Ivan, this is gonna be the best movie trilogy ever made. All these devils and the Exodus. I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit, this is a powerful story, Ivan. I know, Peter. This blows my Lord of the Rings out of the water, Ivan. I know, Peter. Yeah. And lastly, I'm gonna show you the idea of how brave the actors are gonna be when we face the demonic characters. I'm going to show you that as Gilead scene again. When Faramir was brave and a bit scared when the orcs came. So Faramir was a bit scared in that scene, and the orcs in Lord of the Rings were not that scary. They're pretty freaky, obviously, but they were not that scary, obviously. You see all the actors are brave when the wolves are approaching and the bats, and they're devils, man, yeah. See? Here's some ideas for Xanus. Except the devils are much scarier than these beings here, right? The orcs and all the things are not that scary, right? Hey, see how scared he looks? Yeah, prayers on that for me and the actors for my movie. The demon characters. You got a horrific theme, yeah. See how he looks a bit scared there? Faramir, yeah. Yeah. So if Faramir can be a bit scared in Return of the King when the orcs were not that scary. The orcs are pretty freaky, but they're not devils like my movie. Like the beings in my movie are gonna make these beings look good, man. Here's a guy even like Faramir was a bit scared in that scene. He was brave for PG-13 orcs. We can only imagine my movie when you have devils, man. Devils, man. You're like, yeah, that's why Zane's will be a masterpiece, man. And all the actors destroy their role. Yeah, Peter will tell him, like, I want you guys to look brave when the orcs approach and everything, and when the wolves approach and the bats. And the actors are like, okay, and they're brave, and you're looking at an amazing movie, man. Let's show you Eretad again, man. So imagine that scene that you see in Return of the King, but you have devils, man. Yeah, devils like this. Imagine devils that approaching, and the actors are brave. That's why we're looking at a masterpiece. The actors are gonna be legends, man. Please, Ivy, they're gonna be legends, man. This is a masterpiece. I know, Peter. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece, yeah, man. A masterpiece. That's why Zane's the best movie she's ever made, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, Peter might tell you, Ivan. Peter might tell me, Ivan, you should have like your wife fight. I'm like, no, Peter, I don't want the woman fighting in the movie. You're gonna ruin the story. I don't want VJ fighting in the movie. No, the woman don't fight in the book, man. Because Peter might want to change things. Ivan, we should have the woman fight. Nah, I don't want the woman fighting in the movie, Peter. I don't want the woman fighting. No. It will contradict the story because in my book, in Xanian law, women are not allowed to fight. So I'm not going to have Peter make that change. We can change him like Peter. I don't want the woman fighting in the movie, man. I don't want you, Peter, I don't mind making changes, but I don't want you doing a drastic change like I did for Lord of the Rings. We follow the DNA of the story. We can make some changes, take out some scenes, and add stuff to make it better. But I don't want you doing a major change whereby you're changing so many things. In the book, it's very clear. In Xanian law tradition, women are not allowed to fight when you read the book. And so I'm not going to have the woman fight Peter. Otherwise, you're going to contradict the Xanian law. We can change them like Peter. I don't want to change a bunch of stuff in the book like you did for Lord of the Rings. Because for Lord of the Rings, even though you follow the themes of Lord of the Rings, you made a lot of changes in the movie, Peter. A lot of changes you made. A lot of changes Peter made. A lot of changes. I'm not kidding around. I read to you the first half of Lord of the Rings. It's very different from the movie that you saw, right? Yeah. When you read the book, in Xanian law tradition, the woman are not allowed to bear arms. They're not allowed to fight. Yeah, they're not allowed to fight. Obviously, Queen Sarah, Lithia, Belle, Mary, Elizabeth, they don't fight in the book because in Xanian law, they're not allowed to fight. No woman is allowed to bear arms. I'm going to have them put that in the movie. Because we can change it. I'm like, Peter, I don't want you changing a lot of stuff in my book, man. We can make changes to the story, but I don't want us making a lot of drastic changes whereby we're affecting a little bit of the DNA of the story. No, man. In Xanian tradition law, Peter, when you read the book, women are not allowed to bear arms. And I'm not going to have the woman fight in the movie, Peter. Sincere? Sincere? By the way, guys, Star Wars Theory Vader 2 fan film, the trailer got released today. I recommend you guys watch that trailer. You're welcome, because I'm rolling your brown there, yeah. Star Wars Theory's Vader 2 fan film, the trailer got released, and the movie's coming out this year. Yeah, I recommend you guys tune into that. You're welcome, because I'm promoting your movie. So nice I am. Yeah. You really think Xanus will be better than Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Avengers, Gladiator? Yes, I showed you guys the demonic character was even scarier than that. They're gonna be scarier than that. I already gave you guys an idea of my story a couple years ago when I did my brainstorming. You're looking at the best movies you've ever made. Like, my movie will blow the Avengers movies out of the water. You're looking at a much better movie than the Avengers movies, man. It's a deep, powerful story. You have a huge exodus. You have Eric 20,000 army approaching. You have Volume 1, the life of Tactius I. When Tactius is born, you have young Tactius, a story of that behind the walls of training in Xanian arts. Tactius leaves the walls, and you have the demon wolves living in Barak. The south is cursed, the north is holy. You have the demon girls, the spies of the south. You have the huge exodus. There's never a movie made where you have 5,000 extras. A huge exodus. Yeah. Think something like Prince of Egypt. Not Prince of Egypt was deep and powerful. Yeah, something like that, man, for the exodus. You have the demon bats sleeping in the caverns, looking at a masterpiece, man. The big war in the end. And the big plot twist of politics in Volume 2. The capture scene with Tacitonius and Cassius are in Barak. I won't spoil the story for you. They see Eratet, he's sitting on his throne, and all the wolves are staring at them, and they're laughing at them. And they're scared. They get thrown in a pit. They're looking at a sick movie, man. The best movie ever made. It will beat out Lord of the Rings, man. Beat it out. Come on. If you write a good script and we're very... everyone works hard, you write a good script, you're looking at a better movie than Lord of the Rings. And I'm making it for $1.8 billion. You do the math, what kind of technology looking at my movie. I showed you guys my idea for the world. Looking at a beautiful world, man. Like a beautiful ecosystem, a beautiful world of the North and South. Looking at a sick movie. Yeah, man. Basically, Ivan, this is going to be the best movie you've ever made. I know, Peter. Ivan, this is going to be out my Lord of the Rings easily. I know, Peter. It will be out your Lord of the Rings. Ivan, Lord of the Rings, even though Lord of the Rings was a masterpiece, Ivan, your story is deeper, it's more powerful. It's a better story than Lord of the Rings. And you also gave me an under the budget, looking at a better war, better world building, better action sequences. Ivan, your war, your battle scenes in your movie are going to blow my battle scenes Lord of the Rings out of the water. Lord of the Rings, we were limited. We only had a $9 million budget, Ivan. We only put like $30 million towards visual effects for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Like $40 million. And you're putting $300 million towards each of your volumes. Well, yeah, pretty like, holy shit. You're looking at a sick movie. I gave you under the budget, yeah. Yeah, that's why Scotch were buried in Hollywood will blow out of the water, and Zane's will be the best movies ever made. You guys will find what I mean when you read my book. Anyways, this is it for this video, guys. I talked for an hour and 40 minutes, 43 minutes. That's good enough. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. Stay tuned. I'll make a video tomorrow morning for you guys. It's Zadimer. I'm signing up. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed the show I made for you. Peace out, guys.